And I want to submit to you that the need for the approval of men often precedes bad decisions. And so the Bible says Herod proceeds to seize Peter with the intention of killing Peter in public. And the Bible tells us that Herod was very careful to ensure that his plan to execute Peter would be fulfilled. Verse 4 says, after arresting him, he put him in prison, handing him over to be guarded by 4 squads of 4 soldiers each. You see, Herod was keenly aware of Peter's, and not just Peter's, but the apostles' escape out of prison in Acts chapter 5. So to prevent all possibility of escape, the Bible says that Peter is placed under the charge of 16 soldiers who watch him both by day and by night. Luke goes on to record that in his cell, Peter is placed between 2 soldiers, and a chain is affixed to the arms of Peter, and the corresponding side of that chain is affixed to the arms of the soldiers. Peter is unable to move without their knowledge. And then Luke says, beyond this, there's a guard, a door that secures Peter inside the prison, and beyond these doors, another guard of soldiers. And with the prison doors securely fastened and a strong guard of soldiers beyond this, all possibility of escape was cut off. But then Luke adds just 3 words to the story. And these are words that seem insignificant to the narrative, and yet it would become the turning point in Peter's experience. The Bible says, but the church was earnestly praying to God for him. You see, Herod thought that by his bolts and bars and by his Roman guards that he had cut off Peter from every aid. But the church was earnestly praying to God for him. And the irony is, as you will later discover, is that the extremity of Herod's methods to secure his plan to execute Peter would only serve to make more glorious the triumph of God in his deliverance of him. You see, Herod thought that he had built this capsule from which Peter could never escape. But in fact, all he was doing was building a platform from which the rescue plan of God would be more gloriously displayed.